tomorrow morning. 74 degrees will be your forecast. First, morning temperature tomorrow morning. A pretty good shot of some rain tomorrow. We'll talk about that, and then we'll talk about a very hot weekend coming up in a few minutes. Fox 44 News starts right now.
Coming up on Fox 44 News, McLennan County Sheriff's Office. We're taking a live look there as deputies are searching for some shooting suspects. We'll have more on that investigation. And police are cracking down on summer fun seekers at Tonkawa Falls after many complaints of rule breakers start flowing in. Also, capital murder suspect Maya Maxwell is a new mom. We've got the details on the birth of her baby boy.
Live from Waco, Temple, and Killeen, your news now. This is Fox 44 News at 5:30.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Adam Hooper. Getting right to it tonight, we start with some breaking news out of Mart, where McLennan County deputies are searching for shooting suspects. You can see a live shot there. Sheriff Parnell McNamara says this started when someone tried a carjacking near the Trading House Creek Reservoir area and failed. There were shots fired. Several people took off. 2 are now in custody, but there may be more in the Highway 84 and County Line Parkway area. We've got a crew on the scene, and we'll bring you more information as we get it. Crawford police cracked down on rule breakers after seeing excessive violations at Tonkawa Falls. Some visitors say it's getting so bad that officers and ambulances are being called out. Fox 44's Anna Thrash went to Tonkawa Falls today to see how visitors are reacting to this strict enforcement. Hey, Anna.
Since parks around places like Lake Waco are largely closed, that means that people are looking for a new place to take a swim, and that leads to overcrowding at places like Tonkawa Falls. But swimmers are saying they're happy with the police taking action.
I've never fished here and it looks really good, so I'm going to go try it out.
People trying to beat the heat are showing up at Tonkawa Falls, one of a few places left for the public to swim in. But problems with rule violations are causing law enforcement to be more active. Fees for parking began at the falls on Saturday, and police say they aren't afraid to kick someone out.
It's a really nice waterfall, and I really think they should really keep it clean because I really want it to stay clean.
Police say that there's been a lot of trash left behind and just general rule breaking, but today really none of that has been happening, and there really wasn't even someone taking a parking fee. The Falls posted Sunday that a $10 parking fee was being taken up by the Crawford Masonic Lodge.
I don't really like it, but I guess it will be good because it'll raise money to keep the park looking nice.
Even though there was no rule enforcement in sight today, visitors think the promised action is positive.
I think it's a good thing. That way, trash doesn't get in the waters, and pollute the waters. And it'll keep the park looking nice, and so people will come here more often and make Waco pretty again.
Park rangers for Lake Waco estimate they could reopen some flooded parks by June 21st, but everyone needs to be respectful of the areas or they could be cited.
That's one of the reasons that it takes so long to get the parks reopened. We have to pick up the trash and the debris, and if it was trashed by the public before that, that just adds to it.
Park ranger hiring also says that it could take longer than their estimate to reopen those parks if there is more rain in the next few days. Live in the control room, Anna Thrash, Fox 44 News.
Thanks, Anna. Capital murder suspect Maya Maxwell has a new title, Mom. Maxwell gave birth to a boy Sunday at Baylor Scott and White. Officials with Child Protective Services say the child is now in foster care. Maxwell's accused of helping Cedric Marks kill Jenna Scott and Michael Swearinger back in January. According to court records, Maxwell told police she drove Swearingen's car to Austin to throw police off the trail. The bodies of Scott and Swearingen were found in a field in Oklahoma. Marks and Maxwell are expected in court later this month. An arrest today after we showed you this video of a man in Woodway that police say shows a man searching for unlocked doors. Police say this man tried to get into homes in the Lake Forest and Buckingham Court areas early Monday morning. Officers arrested this man, 25-year-old Moore Gonorway of Waco, on attempted burglary charges. That is third-degree felony. The suspect, accused of starting a fire at the Oak Ridge Motel, has been arrested. Waco firefighters say Kathy and Alexander started the fire on the second floor of the motel yesterday afternoon. Everyone got out safely, were able to get out. Alexander's being charged with arson and trespassing. In Cypress, 30 minutes west of Houston, one man might not be alive today had it not been for the neighbors who stepped up and risked their own lives to save him. When they saw the flames coming out of his house, they knew there was no time to waste. Jeff Edling has the story.
I went to grab a water hose just to help put it out, and then someone yelled, "The man's upstairs."
From that moment, Marco Burgeon knew exactly what he had to do. He ran to the front door of the burning home and opened it.
And when I opened the front door, the black smoke was so thick it actually knocked me in the face and almost passed out.
Burgeon did not let that stop him. He took a deep breath and went back inside, started yelling out for his neighbor.
I could hear something barely, and I said, "Be quiet." Someone was yelling behind me, and then I finally heard him, and then I asked for a flashlight.
We had to help our neighbors.
Chad Mohat used his phone's flashlight and joined the search for the missing neighbor. By now, the smoke was so thick the men were crawling on the floor. As the flames grew and the smoke closed in, they finally spotted their neighbor.
Luckily, we saw the bottom of his feet, and that's when we snapped in and grabbed it. We took in the smoke just long enough to grab him and drag him out.
The men got their neighbor to safety. At first, the victim was not breathing, but he was revived. He was said to be talking before being taken to the hospital for evaluation.
Firemen and police can't always be there when we need them at that moment, so sometimes we have to step in and do something about it.
What a great ending. Well, there's a new wall on the Texas southern border, but it wasn't paid for by Mexico or your tax dollars. The group We Build the Wall completed the construction of the wall in the Sutherland Park area of El Paso. The group got the required permits to finish it after a cease and desist from the city was lifted last week. They're selling it to the federal government for the price of $1.
There's not a feeling of, oh, I want to go build the wall and stop everybody. We need to do this. We need to be methodical. But the other thing, we're showing the government the private sector can do it cheaper, better, and faster if we're allowed to do it.
However, some think border matters should be left to the government. Former El Paso Border Patrol Sector Chief Victor Menjuarez says having private citizens building a wall or putting up water stations can lead to issues down the road. The Texas Workforce Commission gave Teague schools a grant worth more than $150,000 this morning. That money will go to the school's plan to provide training and dual credit opportunities to students. The district is buying equipment so teens can learn how to weld and do iron work and earn certification while doing so. Well, here's a live look at the dog park at Heritage Park in Belton. Belton Parks and Recreation sponsoring the event. Gauge if people in the area are interested in a dog park. The park will be open for 6 weeks. Straight ahead on Fox 44, Governor Abbott establishing a statewide telehealth center. How this will help sexual assault survivors.
Weather-wise, maybe a few sprinkles this evening, but a much better chance of some showers and isolated thunderstorms coming in tomorrow. I'll have those totals coming up.
This is Fox 44 News at 5:30 with Adam Hooper.